Hey guys, Beryl here, and today we are back with what if Queen Beryl had enslaved 3 of the Sailor Guardians? Continuing right where we left off, which we left Sailor Moon in quite the sticky situation. Not long after making friends with Army Mizuno, it has been revealed that Army Mizuno is indeed a Sailor Guardian, and she has been corrupted and enslaved by Queen Beryl. So, I guess this means that Luna's original suspicion about Army Mizuno is actually true. She's actually helping the monster steal energy for the Dark Kingdom in order to release Queen Metalia. And well, unfortunately, this means Sailor Moon is forced to do battle with her new friend, which I guess now is enemy, and just like with Sailor Mars in the previous part, Luna can't make heads or tails of it. Why are these allies, people who are supposed to be their allies, on the bad side? This is not the Sailor Mercury I remember. This is Luna talking. Something has happened. Something is turning their allies against them. Obviously, it's just a matter of that the enemy found the Sailor Guardians first. That the only one unaccounted for at the moment is Sailor Venus. And well, luckily for Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask, at least in this timeline, does come to her aid and manages to free her from the grips of this monster and Mercury, as she's able to take advantage and vanquish the monster, and essentially forcing Sailor Mercury to flee the scene. So at least once again the world is saved from them. And well, unfortunately for Sailor Moon, this means she is on her own. But in a way, this does motivate Sailor Moon, or Usagi, to step up as a Sailor Guardian, as Luna is actually making Usagi play that Sailor V video game. As we know, with the series reboot, the video game is actually part of the Sailor Guardians training. It is something that Sailor V herself and Artemis had set up as a way of communicating, and as a way to train the other Sailor Guardians up for combat. And since this is actually properly explained to Usagi this time around, she's taking the training simulations seriously. So at least we may get a more formidable Sailor Moon this time around. Sailor V kick! Kidding. Anyways, and at this point it is pretty much confirmed that Sailor Venus is the only other Sailor Guardian who has not been corrupted, for Sailor Moon does get those moments where she thinks the video game is talking to her. Of course, we know that actually is the case. That's Sailor Venus actually talking to her through the video game. But Usagi is brushing it off to late night sickness, something funny like that. But she is determined that she will find a way to free the other two Guardians. She hasn't run into the third one yet. And well, now we get into the events where she actually meets Ray. Now, she has run into Ray before, of course, because she was Sailor Mars in the previous part, but she hasn't run into the true identity of Sailor Mars, just like Sailor Mars has never seen Usagi transform yet. So, their meeting at the temple goes on like it pretty much does in the original story. The meet and greet However, this time, Sailor Mars, in this case, or Ray, either way, same person, are actually purposely luring people to the bus that is kidnapping people and stealing their energy, taking them to that dimension where their energy is being sucked out, where people have gone missing. And so far, it's been like 3 buses so far. This is one of Jadeite's little schemes. And, well, things are going from bad to worse as Ray purposely leads Usagi into the ambush. And once again, Usagi is forced to expose her identity in front of Ray, who reveals that she, of course, is Sailor Mars, and we get a battle between Mars, Ray, and Jadeite, which you might think that Usagi is being dominated by the two, but no, thanks to her taking these training simulations a bit more seriously, she's actually doing okay holding her own against this deadly duo. And of course, there's always Tuxedo Mask to lend a hand and help out, which he does. And pretty much like in the original, it forces the two to pretty much retreat. And thanks to Tuxedo Mask's help, they're able to rescue the bus hostages, which luckily it's another victory. Luna is still very unsure whether or not they should be trusting of this Tuxedo Mask, because it is clear he is looking for the silver crystal. And, well, Luna is thinking about how are they gonna actually free the other Sailor Guardians. It's possible that their memories are corrupted. Perhaps if Luna can maybe show them who they really are, they'll snap out of it. Perhaps the whole giving them the transformation pens, but at this point, Luna can't do that because there are a few blank spaces in her memory as well that she is actually aware of. And well, now meanwhile, as Usagi is going around stopping monsters on her own, the 3 enslaved Sailor Guardians, Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury, are attacking Sailor Venus and Artemis. They currently suspect, thanks to Queen Beryl, that she and pretty much Venus proclaiming that she is the Moon Princess, the long-lost Princess Serenity. So Venus is pretty much the #1 priority target. And of course, this is all a facade in order to protect Sailor Moon. And, well, the plan is working, except for this one incident where the 3 enslaved Guardians actually nearly managed to kill Venus and Artemis. A very close scrape, because, well, they had their boyfriends helping them as well. You know, Nephrite, Zoisite, and those guys. So it really wasn't looking too good for Sailor Venus, and it's pretty much gotten to the point where they've got a rendezvous with Luna and make their presence known and step up their plans, otherwise they're never going to free the other Sailor Guardians. Now meanwhile, Sailor Moon has had at least one encounter with Sailor Jupiter. You know, the whole plans with mannequins turning into people, and they're going around stealing energy from boys, hooking up with boys and stealing their energy. I'm pretty sure it was a monster, something to do with mannequins. And a nasty storm. And you guessed it, Jupiter is on the side of the enemy this time, so it made things quite difficult for Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask to actually stop this incident. But again, they do manage to pull through. And, well, we pretty much get to a point where there is an all-out attack on Sailor Moon this time. Because, well, since she's supposed to protect the Moon Princess, at least as far as Beryl's intelligence is concerned, it made sense for them to get rid of the soldier, as it were. And, well, luckily, Sailor Venus, along with Tuxedo Mask, are there to help and fight them off initially. And Sailor Venus is able to reveal herself to Sailor Moon. And this is when they actually do attempt to restore everyone's memories to them. So, the Sailor Guardians, the ones enslaved by Beryl, do fully realise who they are and what they're meant to be doing. However, the evil nature within them is resisting back, so they're not turning good yet. But it's a start in the right direction, because at least now when they're pulling scams and evil deeds, their good-natured selves are fighting back thanks to these memories, and they are at least trying to break free of Queen Beryl's magic. But Queen Beryl's pretty much just turning up the volume each time and stopping them each time. And I think, at least for now, this is a good spot to leave things. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please enjoy the rest of the content on the channel. Leave a comment, and I'll see you guys again next time as we continue the story. Catch you later.